Welcome back to another episode of the MN Talk Show, EP number 18, all the way from
Clear Lake.
Clear Lake. I was like, is it Big Lake, Clear Lake, something like that?
There's a lot of lakes in Minnesota.
Lakes.
Spencer Horvath.
Woo!
You know what I forgot to do?
What?
Say special guest.
Yeah, there you go. Fire up. Restart.
No, that's right.
Run it. We don't restart.
He's not even.
We don't
he's not that
restart.
special. I mean, come on.
I ain't that special.
Future brother-in-law. For those that don't know, Spencer is my girlfriend's brother.
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah.
Which
Special
one?
guy.
Is
Special
it
guy.
Chelsea, Lauren? Which one is it?
Which girlfriend? I was like, oh, that's news to me. I didn't know you had more than one. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So Spencer, you're an ex-military. You do HVAC now. You're obviously Nate's girlfriend's brother. Who are you, man? Like, where do you come from? What's kind of your backstory? Who's Spencer Horvath?
Oh man, I don't even know where to start.
Wherever you want.
Obviously Zimmerman. Came from a smaller town just north of Elk River. It's not on any fucking signs ever. It's either Elk River or Princeton. No Zimmerman.
No,
it's not a thing.
Zimmerman's like the middle child. They're just forgotten about it.
That is so true. If you're driving up like 169,
Yeah.
there's zero signs that say Zimmerman.
Yeah, that's basically how it's always been.
One
Zimmerman's
stoplight.
not a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically went to high school there, did all that good shit and made a lot of good friends and moved on, joined the Marine Corps right after that. And
Right out of high school, right?
yeah, right out of high
Nice.
school. It was like, man, should I go to college? I applied to some colleges, didn't fucking get accepted, whatever. That's cool. I'm grateful that happened. Hey, the Marine Corps is probably the best thing that could have ever happened to me. So
Yeah.
I'm glad I picked that over college or community college or anything. So,
Right.
How'd that talk go with your parents?
oh my God.
Was it
when
I'm just
I
going?
first brought it up, I think my parents just kind of knew because I always said I wanted to do that. So it was like, damn, where do I go from here? And I was like, oh, we're, during lunch, recruiters will walk in and they'll be all about, trying to chat people up about it. Well, it's a little different when you walk up to the guy and you're like, hey, I know what I want to do and I know what I want. And
Yeah.
the guy's like, oh, okay.
I don't actually have to recruit you.
I
You're
don't
yeah.
recruit you. Yeah, like you're not fucking. Yeah, you're not just dumb as hell. No.
Right.
Yeah. So
another idiot high schooler.
Oh,
Yeah,
great.
exactly.
Just another guy that wants to do pull-ups.
yeah. So, oh God, I'm trying to remember. This is so long ago. There's so much life between then and now. But
How old are you now?
I'm 26. I just turned 26 at the end of.
Don't interrupt him. He
last
was
month.
thinking.
No, it's all good.
He's thinking.
That's what the podcast is for.
We're getting
Yes,
questions
yes,
later.
who I
One
am,
question at a time now. Settle down.
Yeah, it's who I am, what I do, Yeah, but what did I say? I said, yeah, give me your number and I'll text you and something like that. And I remember I texted him and I was like, I'd love to meet you. And he's like, oh, come out to your house. And, he comes out to my house. Me and my mom and my dad sit at the kitchen table. And I remember my dad's like, before he got there, he's like, make sure you're guaranteed a rank. Because, if you recruit other people to join under you, they're like, oh, good, you did some work for us already. Fuck it, we'll give you another rank
Yep.
right out of boot camp. So I made sure that was in the deal. I wanted a certain job. I wanted to be infantry, You join the Marine Corps, you don't want to be pushing paper. You don't want to
Right.
be doing any dumb shit like a janitor or cook. I want
Yeah.
to go fucking kill people.
Shoot some guns.
Yeah.
Do some sick shit.
But, things happen when you're there and,
Yeah.
it just wasn't the time. But hey, yeah, that's what I said. I was like, I want to go pull some triggers. I want to go shoot some shit and
Yeah.
have some fucking good times with some boys. So, man, from there and on, I remember it was just like, oh man, I'm a fat fuck. I gotta get into shape. I wasn't even fat, but I was like, I'm not built for this because I just my family, they would tell me over and over. It's like, I remember people would just be like, you're not gonna be able to do this. You're not gonna be able to do this, and it's like not a big thing like most people think, but for some, it's like it's all mental,
Right.
and you got to overcome that, or you got to overcome your physical abilities, stuff like that. But just preparing for that was awesome. It was a good time. It was kind of changed who I was immediately. You get out of high school and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go to party at college and do more school. Well, for me it was like, well, I'm gonna go leave my life behind.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go move on to newer things, bigger things, bigger than myself, bigger than college. Go do some cool stuff for the country.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
It's unreal.
Yeah, it was cool.
When did you leave? Like a week after high school when you graduated, or when did you?
No, I ended up getting in the DEP program in May. So I kind of knew before I graduated. I was like, so this is it. This is what I'm gonna do. Well, as time went on, I would do training like, I don't know, every Wednesday or something like that during the week. It's just they call us poolies. So you're not a Marine until you earn it when you're done with boot camp. But,
Okay.
So we would do poolie training on Wednesdays, and you're like, man, look at some of these kids. Some of these kids, they ain't cut out for it.
They're not making
They're not
it.
cut out for it.
That's got to make you feel a little bit better though, knowing
yeah,
that
for
like
sure.
you went in there and you're you're jacked up, ready to go mentally,
I
physically.
felt good.
You're all jacked up, my Mountain Dew.
I was jacked up on science.
Science, baby.
Science in a can.
Yeah.
What was boot camp like then? Was it how long was it? Is it as bad as what they say?
Somewhat, I don't know. It depends. Everybody gets a different feeling and a different story out of boot camp. So I went in there and I wasn't like a total piece of shit kid. So a lot of people were. So it's a big change for some people. So as time goes on, if you don't know respect to your elders, people paid for that. So if you mouth off to somebody or you never like stayed in line, you're going to pay. You're going to be on your face doing push-ups, getting screamed at. But yeah, I don't know. It wasn't too hard for me just because, I was physically fit and mentally kind of ready for it. Some kids are like, oh, I just signed up a week ago and they're already sending me. I'm like, holy shit, dude, I've been ready for this for like a year. So, goddamn. But, yeah, I don't know. It was sweet. And even after boot camp, it just got, I'd say it got harder actually, just because
Really?
you got to get used to being away from, all the guys you just met and your family. And then you're going through a ton of change. You go from schoolhouse to schoolhouse where you're learning your job or you're just learning basic infantry skills and stuff like that. So,
Were you like stationed in like after you got out of boot camp, were you stationed like in a specific area or?
so we got out of boot camp and most of us all went like different ways kind of, we go to
Do you get a choice where you go after?
Not initially. So usually you're going straight to a select schoolhouse, whether you have an infantry job or a non-infantry job. So it's like, I forget the acronyms of what they are, but there's two different schools.
Yeah.
So I went to the infantry side of school and that was, I don't know, it was a pretty good time. It sucked a lot. You pretty much learned how to live out of a bag in a hole, dig holes and eat shit and live on it,
Sounds fun.
Yeah, MREs all day, all fucking day. But it was good stuff. I made a ton of friends. I still got friends from that, and I'll never forget that. I got some funny ass memories. We can go on and on about stories, but
What do you got, man?
We're getting
we're
there.
into it,
I'm
man.
so excited.
oh my god! So there's, we'll start. We'll just start with like ITB training, which is the first schoolhouse I went to outside of boot camp. You'd learn everything. You learn everything about basic infantry. So, part of it was land navigation. Well, land nav, you get your compass, and you get a map, and you got to find these points and grids, and you got to find numbers on those grids and these points, and you have to get all of them before. I think you get like 4 or 5 hours. Well, I think it was probably like 5 p.m. and we were just getting out of a class learning literal land nav right there. And they're like, all right, let's get after it. So we walk outside, it's pitch black. And it's straight mountains, like the whole thing. So we're just running up the mountains trying to get to these points. And I remember I was paired up with this huge dude. This guy was awesome. I fucking try to remember his name. Big old ginger dude. Big old ginger dude. I think he's from Texas. His last name was Larrigan, I want to say. I'd never saw him again after this. We graduated.
Just this one day, huh?
No, I saw him like after. I had never saw him after the school training.
Yeah.
But man, we went and we were just running through the mountains. Me and him were just fucking off. We're in pretty good shape, looking for these points. And I remember, they during school, there's other schools going on, and they're doing a buddy. I can't remember what it's called. It's like where you dig the hole and you're fighting out of it, like a buddy hole or whatever the hell it was. I can't think of the name. You got to cut that out. That's fucked.
A buddy hole.
Come on, buddy, get my hole.
Yeah, it's like a fight. We'll call it a fighting hole. It's a 2-man fighting hole, and they didn't bury him. They didn't put the dirt back in, and those fuckers are like 7 feet deep. And I remember me and him were just running, just full sprinting, and we're running, and boom, he's gone. I'm like, Larrigan, where are you, dude? Where are you? Oh, he's gone. I have no idea where he went. Well, I'm still running, and I hit one, and it's like, I fell half in, one leg in, the other not, and I'm like hitting my ribs on it. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I see him crawling out of a hole like a fucking zombie, and he's like, oh.
You guys just get fucking blindsided by a
Oh my
hole in the
God.
ground.
Exactly.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I remember after that, like no shit, maybe 15 minutes later, we had just found a point, and we're like, oh god, we gotta not do that anymore. Because we got some rinky-dink fucking flashlights. They ain't doing shit. Yeah, they ain't helping.
You can
us.
see maybe 2.5 feet in front of you.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Well, we're running, and I swear to God, we fall off like a fucking 15-foot drop.
Oh
just
my
running straight,
God.
just fall. Me and him both. I don't know what movie to compare it to. Maybe like Step Brothers when the beginning they're like aim for the bushes. Yeah. Well, they're just falling and just boom. That was us. That was us.
Oh my God.
Straight to the ground, and we were like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. It sucks. But
Why the fuck were you in such a rush if you had 4 or 5 hours to find these points?
that was all part of it.
Really?
So you got 4 or 5 points, but this is a mountain range.
Yeah.
And we have to run all over
That's a
these damn
good point.
mountains. Yeah.
So you have like basically an hour to find each point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you are just on the move constantly.
Holy
if you
fuck.
mess up at any time, those points, you're not going to.
Well, sounds like you messed up quite a few times.
Oh, no. We messed up the right way. You fall down a hill, it's faster than running or
That's
walking
true.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. And you don't have to think. You just tumble.
You just go. You
Hopefully
just
the
go.
point was on the bottom of the hill, not back at the top.
I couldn't tell you. I don't remember. But
Oh, that's
yeah,
funny.
That was good times. But
Jeez.
Yeah.
Were you ever like deployed? Did you like? I mean, you were only in it for how long? 5
did
years?
4 years.
4
Yeah,
years.
4 years.
Yeah. So what? I mean, how'd you? I guess what was the story like when you were in there after that one? Obviously, like were you ever deployed? Did you ever have to go actually sit in base? Or
Yeah, so I'll just kind of kick into what happened after that school. So I got sent to another school. We'll just fast forward past that. I finished that school, and we got sent to Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. And I chose that initially because I'm like, if I stay in California, I'm gonna lose all my money, and I'm gonna get married to a stripper or something, and it's gonna ruin my life. That's gonna ruin my life. But I left there and I moved to North Carolina, or I guess I picked that assignment, and man, that couldn't have been a better decision. Initially, I got there and holy shit, it was hot, it was humid. I felt like I was just drowning, just standing in there. You ever been to North Carolina in the summer? I think it was like July. And it was
fuck.
hot.
Yeah, it's like the most humid month out there.
Yeah, it was bad. Well, anyways, me and all my buddies from California, because for whatever reason, everyone that lived in California and that joined the Marine Corps, they all got shipped to North Carolina that way. Maybe it was a culture shock or a change for them or something like that. I don't know what the Big Daddy Marine Corps wants, but he did it. And
He made the decision.
he made the decision.
Daddy Marine Corps.
Yeah. But we got there, and man, I don't know. Me and some of those guys, some of those guys will be at my wedding, and I just went to another buddy's wedding. I was one of his groomsmen
Love that.
in California, and it was a good damn time. But we trained, and we all got split up our own ways in different companies, different battalions, and stuff like that. But all in the same spot. Not different battalion, different platoons, and different companies. But I think we did our workup. A workup's like basically training you do before the deployment. So you need to do all these certain trainings before you can actually get deployed.
Right.
And we did all kinds of. We bounced from Virginia to California to back to North Carolina, back to California, just doing training in the desert or training in the swamps of Virginia or just stuff like that.
Yeah, just kind of going back and forth for everything.
Back and forth doing all of it. And eventually we got to the point where it was pre-deployment. Pre-deployment leave. So I had to come home for a few days. I think it was like a week or two, something like that. Came back, partied up with some of my boys, had a good time. Then it was like, all right, time to go.
I remember that.
Yeah.
That
you
was when
remember
that was when like me and Lauren first started dating.
Really?
And she's like, "Oh yeah, my brother's coming home," and I'm like,
Who
and
the
I was
fuck's
like,
your brother?
She's like, "Oh, he's like a Marine," and I go,
You didn't tell me you had one of those.
"Fuck that!" I was just like sitting there and like, "Oh shit,
Straight fucking arrow.
Don't hurt me, don't hurt me."
You didn't tell me you had one of those.
So that's your brother. Got it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think this is done.
I was just jacked as all hell. Like,
Yeah.
Not literally.
I
Not
remember the
literally.
fucking
Not literally, but literally a little bit. But I was just jacked as all hell to come home.
Well, as my arms are fucking yay big, and I see this guy, wow, I'm like, "Fuck me, dog."
I came in and I was just saying, I didn't really know anything of you, but
Yeah.
But,
Nice to meet you, Nate. And your
Yeah.
hand just swallowed his up.
I'm like, "Oh, fuck this. I'm going home."
Yeah, dude. I came back, had a great time. But anyways, we went back, and I think I think after that, we waited a whole nother month before we left, you know, because we got on a big ass ship. The USS Kearsarge, the biggest fucking piece of shit ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Is
big-
it an aircraft carrier?
It was a light carrier.
So you carry lights?
Fucking idiot.
But yeah, no, I carried jets and planes and shit like that, but I also carried just a shit ton of fucking pissed off Marines that they had to sit on the boat. We're like, fuck this, you know, we're sitting on, basically, you know, you walk into Target and you walk down an aisle and shelves are just crammed and tiny as
Yeah,
shit.
that's where you're sitting.
That's where we're sleeping. That's where we're living.
oof.
You know, we're doing training there, you know, whatever. But man, that brought on so many good trips, you know, because eventually you get off the ship and either it's for training or if it's for like a liberty period where you get to go hang out on a foreign country, out in a foreign country. So
Which ones did you get? You got off on a couple, didn't you?
yeah, we got off in, I think we started in Greece. I remember it was my 21st birthday, like the week prior. And I'm like, oh, I get to spend my 21st birthday on a fucking ship with all you fucks.
Yeah.
Oh, we're sitting there having a good time, you know, whatever. Make the most out of it. Go to the chow hall and eat an extra cookie or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, woohoo.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, make a phone call to my parents or something like that because I got phones on there, you know, whatever. But yeah, we get to Greece and man, we didn't let up. We went to those bars and we hammered those bars.
Who the fuck are these Americans?
I couldn't speak a lick of whatever the hell they were speaking, and I'm like, beer, give me more beer, more. I got photos, I got all kinds of stuff, but oh my god, we just wouldn't let up. We'd get drunk as hell, and you got to be back to the boat at a certain point. So
Oh,
we're just
fuck. So you're just
crawling.
walking back and crawling on the ship.
rolling
Like,
out of the bars like a bunch of fucking cockroaches trying to get back to the ship. Holy hell, though, was it a good time?
Yeah.
You know,
Jeez.
and I think we were there for like 3 days, I want to say, and you know, just every time we got a chance, you know, we'd go get some authentic ass euros. You know, we're in Greece.
Yeah.
You know, oh my god, I'm double fisting euros. I got beer under the euros. I'm like, oh,
just literally the best time of your life.
amazing, more, and then the depression kicks in when you get back on the boat. You have to pull out a port and go back to floating in the sea.
Not seeing land forever.
Yeah.
No more beer, no more euros.
Nothing.
Like,
No good food. You're eating ship food. And hey, nothing wrong with that. You know,
Yeah.
it gets
Yeah.
imported from some foreign countries every once in a while. But man, it was a good time.
yeah. Was that mentally, I guess, like challenging, like knowing that like you had to leave and
It was a little tough.
kind of coming back.
It was a little tough just because you got to get back on the ship and you know you go back to training. But more or less, it could be worse off for me. You know, people are married, so a lot of my buddies were married and they're missing their wives and stuff like that. So when they get on land, you know, they're calling their wives, they're doing all that,
Yep.
and I'm just running to the bar.
Where's the closest bar?
Give me the beer. Give me the beer. Yeah.
That's funny.
But after that, we pulled out, and I think we went to. It's a little hazy. Too many beers between now and then. Let's see. We went through. I think we went to. You know, there's a Suez Canal. You know that big ass ship that clogged
That got
it?
stuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we rolled through there probably 2 years before that happened.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I just remember rolling through there, and everyone's like, "Oh, you got to go outside and look at the land right now." No shit, like a football field between you and the land on this side,
Holy
and you
fuck.
and the land on that side of the boat, and then on both sides are just like armed gun trucks, and it's Egypt, you know.
Yeah.
So they're not gonna shoot us or nothing, but they're like basically an escort as we're riding through.
That's sick.
Wow.
And it was cool, you know. You can see the city, and you know, I don't know what city it was, probably some bullshit city in Egypt.
Fuck that city.
Irrelevant.
Yeah, I don't know, but it was cool. You know, we floated through there. I think it took like, I want to say an hour or two, maybe. I don't know, longer than it
Jeez.
should have, but longer than I thought it would have. But anyways, we rolled through there, and I think we went to. I want to say we went to like Oman or something like that next.
Okay.
And there was a Liberty port there, but we got off there, and I remember this wasn't as much fun because drinking's pretty frowned upon in the Middle East, so
Yeah.
no fun there really. But we made some fun of it. I remember we went to like a mall or something like that. I just remember people looked at us. They were just like, "Who are these people?"
Yeah.
And like people are so much smaller than us. Like in America, you don't realize it, but you go to foreign countries like that, and people are just
They're
like,
tiny.
Tiny.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's so weird, and they're looking at us like we're heathens because you know we're looking.
You're fucking 6'2", 250 pounds. Like,
We're just scouring the but their land for their booze.
Yeah.
You know?
Be the liquor.
They're like, none of that is here. We don't have that.
Yeah, we don't have that here, but we found some. You know, there's always bars, and that you can't escape it. You know, they allow it eventually or something like that. I don't know how that works, but yeah, we had a good time. And then we got out of there, and I remember after that we pulled out, and I think some of our guys got off the ship to go train in a different country. I don't remember what it was. It might have been Oman, just further up the land. But we got out of there. Somewhere in the line, I forgot, but we were chilling over after Greece. We were just chilling there. And I remember some call came down. They're like, hey, we need some guys to go to Syria, you know, in country and just hang out and protect some sort of base or, you know, something like that.
Whatever it was. Yeah.
Whatever it was. But I think we were slotted to go, and it was probably still right before my birthday. I'm like, oh, right on. We get to go to Syria. It'll be my birthday or something like that. You know, that'd be sweet. It'll be an awesome birthday gift. Actually go into a country and do some real work.
Yeah.
But no, we didn't get selected. And I remember my platoon sergeant sat us all down at a table, and he was just like, hey guys, we didn't get it. And the morale. I've never seen all those guys want to be more than they can be. Like, they all learned every gun system. They learned everything. They learned everything they damn could before, like, I think we had like a 2-week window where they were like, all right, it might be us.
Yeah.
So learn everything you can, because, you know, it's the real deal.
Yeah.
And it didn't turn out to be for us, I guess. They picked some other company. They sent the other company. I don't know whatever happened to them, and I just never really cared to think about it. But I remember I've never seen those guys work harder. I've never seen them want to do more.
Right.
But, man,
That's tough.
crushed.
Yeah.
When I
that's
say
hard.
crushed, I mean, he's like, this is going to suck to hear, but this is about the worst news you could get. You know, you train your entire career while you're in the Marine Corps to do your job, you know. You know, day in, day out. It's not 8 hours a day. It's 24 hours a day sometimes. It's 48 hours a day. You know, you don't go to sleep sometimes. You
Right.
just straight action, you know, just having a good time with the boys, training. But yeah, it didn't turn out to be us and those guys, and me too. Just down bad.
Right.
Down real bad.
Upset, yeah.
We're laying in the racks.
I get it.
He's like, you know what, guys? You don't have to work out in the morning. You know, that's a plus. And we're like, yeah, thanks.
Fuck you. Like, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, we all, you know, we moved on from it.
Yeah.
Times went on. Obviously, we got to Greece like a week after that. So, you know,
That made it a little better.
we paid off.
Yep.
We paid off our dues there by boozing it up.
We got more booze.
What was what was like your, I guess, most like sad, or like, did you ever have one of your good buddies like pass, and, you know, anything like super sad happen to you that like was super hard to overcome?
No, not nothing too crazy. Just I never, you know, I'm not an actual combat veteran or anything, so I never saw any of that. But,
Right.
I don't know, just buddies of buddies. Like, I knew a few guys that, you know, I don't know how it exactly went, but they died while they were serving.
Yep.
I'm not sure how, but yeah, it's tough because you got everybody's, you know, you consider everybody your brother at that point.
Yeah.
You know, you're all up in arms together. You all drink together. No matter what, you're all brothers. So
Yeah.
as time went on, you know, people here and there, they might kill themselves, or, you know, they might die in training. Who knows? But yeah, I couldn't really think of a real hard time for me.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah, I mean, you seem like a pretty tough guy, so like, I was gonna say, like,
I just kind of take that shit and I push it to
Yeah.
the side.
Yeah.
You know, there's a time and a place. and
Absolutely.
There just never was a time and a place. So
That's awesome.
maybe
That's good though.
Maybe it's all bottled up and one day it'll come out. But
Yeah. I guess we'll find out in a couple of years.
yeah, I guess we will.
Yeah. So you're married,
No,
correct?
Not married yet.
Girlfriend.
Yep.
Plan to.
Nope.
Fiance.
Fiance. Fuck.
Yep.
What the hell are you doing?
Well, what do you want? I didn't get no rundown
This
before
guy didn't
this.
do his research.
There's not a whole lot of research to do on you, to be honest with you.
No, there's not.
You're pretty simple guy.
Yeah, pretty simple, straight up guy. There's nothing to research.
That's true.
No,
yeah.
I won't lie to you. You know, I'm not a millionaire in that. I'm not. Who knows? Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. I guess we'll find out.
You know,
Yeah.
I thought Dogecoin had it done for me, but, you know, whatever.
I'm still losing money.
Um,
Goddamn
I
Dogecoin.
made a few bucks. In my day. But,
Perfect.
no, but no, it's yeah, fiance. We're getting married. It's September 28th this year.
Awesome. Nice.
So that'll be good. We just got our first house, thanks to Nate. Got it done. You know, I found it and I was like, Nate, let me buy this shit.
He says, okay.
You know, this is it.
Probably one of the easiest transactions I've ever done. We showed him the home before you guys left for Florida, right? California.
Yep.
He's like, if it's still there when we come back, we'll buy it. I was like, sounds good. Every day I'm like checking. I'm like, oh, please be back in there. And sure shit, they come back and they're like, it's still there. I was like, yep. And they're like, all right, let's do it.
He walks in the office every day. He's like, yeah, got an accepted offer. I was like, from fucking where? Like, where did this one come from? He's like, oh, it's Lauren's brother. I was like, okay. They just like the house. They just wanted to buy it. I was like, all right, cool.
They're just like, all right, whatever.
No, I liked it. I was
Yeah,
like,
it's
holy
funny.
shit, is that 10 acres with a house on it? That's, you know, new heating and air, new siding, new,
Can't beat it.
new roof. I was like, fuck it.
Yeah,
Send
the
it.
bones are good.
I don't think I remember a time where I've been on a closing table where you fucking collected a check to buy a house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I was
funny.
like,
What did he gave me like,
it was like
$1,800.
$1,800, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
I was like,
what the fuck?
Buy a house any day. You're paying me to
Keep
take
giving
the
me
house.
Get paid to buy a house, man.
I'll take
Oh,
it.
that's
I'll take
funny.
it. Yeah.
How'd you meet your fiance?
Oh God, I was in the Marine Corps, and I remember I was coming back for a weekend. I think it was Thanksgiving of 2019, so like right after deployment. Well, you know, my buddy, you know, it's a hometown bar, so obviously I'm going home. Everyone's like, "Oh, let's get back together" and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It's that weekend, but we got. I think me and my buddy, I showed up a little late, so everyone went to the bar the night before. Well, me and my buddy just went again, and then he happened to have her on Snapchat, and then she was like, "Oh my God, is that Spencer?"
And totally changed human being.
Yeah, wow, that's what everyone kept fucking saying. Like,
Yeah.
There's no way that's you. I was like, yeah. But anyways, fucking she was like, "Oh well, can I come hang out with you guys or drink with you guys?" And I might be telling the story wrong. She's gonna kill me. But,
She gonna kill me.
You're gonna beat the shit out of me.
yeah, but I remember, just to rough up the story, you know, she came to the bar when me and him were there, and I don't know, it was just right there, you know. I just kind of
clicked.
Yeah, it just clicked.
Yeah.
And I got her number, her Snapchat, or probably both. And after that,
Probably
Scared both just in case one
Yeah.
didn't work.
probably both. You know, they give you a fake number.
Yeah.
Snapchat can't be fake.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think we went on a date or something that same trip or that same time I came home, and then I came home again for Christmas that same year, and we went to a Vikings game, and that was our first date.
Sick.
Or sorry, that was our third date, because our first two dates were going to the gym. Me and her went to the gym
Nice.
together twice.
Nice.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, you know, something's going here.
Yeah.
I like this. And then I didn't see her for a while. I remember I was like, all right, well, if she doesn't cheat on me while I'm in the Marine Corps, things, you know, this is probably
Things
for
might
real.
be good, yeah.
It's for real. Well, I think it was like May. Yeah, it was May. And I was like, hey, you want to come down? Me and my buddy are getting an Airbnb in Wilmington, and we're just going to hang out at the beach. You know, his girlfriend's coming down, and then she came down. I remember I picked her up in Raleigh. It was Raleigh, North Carolina. And it was like, oh my God, I haven't seen you in so long. Like, God, I love you. But, you know, I haven't
God, I love you.
I haven't said it yet, but you know, you're just like, it's a long distance relationship.
Yeah.
You know, you can't hold all those emotions in. But
Right.
I did end up actually saying that to her sometime during the trip, that she came down, and it was like, oh fuck, I said that.
Yeah. And then,
And then I
did
was
she take it
like,
good?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
She did.
good.
She's like, did you just say I love you? And I was just like, yeah, I guess I did.
Like, yeah, I did.
I think it slipped out or something like that.
That's
Hey,
funny.
if the feelings are there,
It is
Hey,
what it
man.
is, you
It
know.
worked out.
That's
It worked
funny.
It worked out.
Here we are.
We got to hear a couple more stories though.
Yeah, we need. What are some of your best stories? Give us some good ones.
Oh,
I know. I'm waiting for the one. I'm waiting for.
I think I gotta save that one for
All right.
another time.
All right.
But man, I don't know.
What's the one?
I gotta think of stories. If I tell that story, you're gonna,
Game over.
If I tell that story, it's going on YouTube for millions of views. Oh my God. Oh man. Let me think. I don't know. All right, I'll give you a story. This is just another drinking story on deployment. Well, I don't even know how to describe this. Where to start? Well, okay. So we're in Bahrain, Middle Eastern country. Probably, it's like pretty much north of Dubai. But anyways, this country is like, you should not be drinking in the public. You should not be drunk in public at all. You know, it's strict as hell. Well, anyways, me and my buddy, I think his name, I was with, his last name's Ware, and then the other guy is Perkins. And man, we were just hammering some beers, hammering some drinks at the bar. And I remember he added this guy on Facebook. He's like, he's a Middle Eastern guy. He's like, I went to Kentucky University or something like that. And he's like, you guys have any farmland? And we're like, what? Farmland? Well, my buddy adds him on Facebook, and he's like, I got farmland. I'm from Georgia and stuff like that. And the guy, like, he's like, oh, yeah, we must keep in contact, something like that. We're like, yeah, dude, sure. Yeah, fuck no. So he's sitting right next to us still, and we just turn away, and he's like, what the fuck was that? Delete. Anyways, we're like, well, let's drink to this guy. This guy buys us drinks. I don't know what he bought us. I think he kept calling them bullfrogs or something like that. Well, we were like, what the hell's a bullfrog? Fast forward 20 minutes. We are hammered, slaughtered, just hammered. This guy's geeking. This Middle Eastern dude's just laughing his ass off. Like he's thinking we're lightweights or something like that. I think he just didn't know how much we drank before.
Yeah.
I think it turned out to be like adios or something like that. That's what it was.
Okay.
They just called it a bullfrog. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But man, we were just taking those just every time.
Left and
right
right.
in front of us, gone. But man, I think we ended up leaving that bar, and I got videos of this too. Probably shouldn't. Probably should get rid of them. We're walking down. We might as well be in America at this point. We're walking down the fucking like freeway, and we're just like, we're just bullshitting, like fucking dancing, doing cartwheels down the sidewalk. People are like looking out their window at us as they're driving by, and they're like, "Oh my god, are those Americans drunk in the street?" We're just fucking hammered as all hell. Well, we wind up at some bar called.
Another bar.
We wind up. Well, you can't stop. It's midday.
Midday off.
Yeah.
Midday.
Yeah, midday, not dark. It's midday.
I'm thinking it's like 9 o'clock at night.
No,
like, ready to go.
no, it's probably like 2 p.m.
So you're a professional day drinker, is what I'm hearing.
Fuck yeah. Not proud, but whatever. Just too good at it. But we rolled into Rick's Country Buffet or Rick's Country Bar, something like that. Well, anyways, this bar is like veterans have been all over this place. Their names, their units, and all that stuff written on the wall, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we spend a good 8 to 10 hours there, and more veterans are just piling in, or not veterans, active duty guys. They're all piling in and stuff like that. And man, everybody's having a good time. You get off the ship, you got to have a good time. I think after that, or prior to that, we were on the ship for like 2 months straight or something like that. So it's like, we got to let out the rage.
Yeah.
And we just had a damn good time. But man, it was.
What a day.
It was a day. That's not even, if I could think of the stories that you guys are looking for.
I could only imagine the stories that are in your head right now. Like, it's one of those things where it's like they're hard to talk about.
Yep.
And like, you had to be there.
Yeah.
Had to be there for it.
Okay, I got another one. All right. So I think I was only in the fleet, which is like, once you get your real job, you're in the Marine Corps. I think I was only in the fleet for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months. So we were out in Camp Pendleton. No, we were out on 29 Palms on the desert in California. And I was attached to like a mortar unit, and we were just hanging and dropping mortars all the time, like going to different positions and stuff like that. Well, it was like the end of this training op, and we were just chilling in this open valley. And we're just hanging out, smoking and joking, whenever they need mortars, and we're dropping mortars. Well, we hear over the radio, they're like, what's your pause, your position? And it's like, we radio it back to them, whatever it was. And they're like, oh no, you need to get out of there right now, like right fucking now. And we're like, what do you mean? So we all load up in the vehicles, and we're just rolling out of there, screaming like hell, trying to get the hell away from whatever we were trying to get away from.
Yeah.
Well, at the time, we didn't know there was like a 500-pound bomb being dropped right there. And that, like, not even shit, probably like fucking 100 yards from where we were sitting. And we were rolling so fast. There's a photo. There's another photo I got, and I was in the vehicle that was in the photo, and the guys in front of us took this photo of the bomb hitting, and it's just this huge plume of dust.
And it's you guys just driving away
Driving
from
away.
it.
So it's like cool guys don't look at explosions and shit like that.
Cool guys don't look at it.
That's like my first sound. I'm like, fuck yeah. That should have killed us.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
But holy
Talk
shit.
about a real life meme, eh?
Yeah, dude, for real.
God.
I just remember everyone's like, yo, what the fuck? We should have died.
You're just like, hey, you guys want to go get beers now? Go on with the rest of your day.
Yeah, dude. I was only like 19, and I'm like, that's probably the craziest shit I've ever been part of.
That was fucking so sick.
Yeah, that was dope. Should have died.
Let's do
Oh
it
my
again.
God, you fuckers are crazy.
Oh my
That
God.
is nuts.
Fuck. Yeah.
Jeez.
I don't know. It's between shooting every gun in the goddamn arsenal. And
What's
shit
your
like that.
favorite?
Oh, I love the 240 Bravo. The
Really?
240 Bravo is just a belt-fed machine gun, and it's open bolt system. Oh my God, it's amazing.
I could just see you there.
Yep.
He's got a fucking hard on for the 240.
No, it's. I mean, you could shoulder it, but holy shit, she barks.
Yeah.
She barks.
Oh,
But man, yeah, you mount it. It's a coax you put on a barrel or next to a barrel, basically.
Right.
So I was attached to or not even attached. I was part of a LAV crew. Whether I was at one point I was a driver, then I was a gunner, and then I was a VC, vehicle commander. I got to use every weapon system on that thing, and the 25 millimeter, shooting rounds like probably that big.
That's unbelievable.
It's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
It's cool as fuck. I just remember we were at a range one time, and we were like, "Is that a deer out there?" Let's find out. Someone sent a round, and you got night vision, you got thermal vision on, and it's just. I don't even know where the deer went.
Just fucking just blows.
You didn't miss, or you did, and it's not there anymore. I don't know, and she's gone. Just deer parts everywhere, just flying through the air.
Oh my God, that's awesome. How did you? So you got out, like you said. Why did you get out of it? Do you miss it?
I don't really miss it. I just miss the guys. I miss the good friends.
The
I miss
memories.
everybody I had made friends with. It's more or less family. It's like brothers. We made a bunch of brothers basically. Yeah, I don't know. I got out. It wasn't more or less. I wasn't doing my job. We were doing training in and out here and there, back and forth, and it wasn't my thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd like to say I'm really family oriented. I love my family and whatnot. So I was like, if I'm not going to be doing my job actually, and I'm just going to get paid to shoot guns, obviously that's amazing.
Yeah, it's sick.
But I'm not actually, getting out there
Not doing what you actually want.
shooting motherfuckers in the face. So if I'm not able to do that, then I'll go back to my normal life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I did that
Yeah.
because the Marine Corps is awesome. The lifestyle's super toxic, but it's also really good for you in a way. Depends on who you throw yourself in with. Your buddies could be real pieces of shit sometimes, or you could have some real good dudes around you. And I'd like to say I had a lot of good dudes around me. They all got out too.
Right.
Most of them anyway.
Yeah. That's good.
Most of them got out because they're like, well, this isn't, they think just like me. It
Yeah.
wasn't what we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
If you train all day and you don't get to do your job, that's not what we want. So
If you were to tell somebody who wanted to get into the Marines or try getting into it, what would be your best advice for them to either pursue it or just not do it, or
I'd say
what's your
go
advice?
for it. I'd say go for it. I'd say all day, do it. I'd push it on my own damn kids. I'd be like, hey, dude, if you want to go do this, do it. But I strongly recommend it just because that'll take it's true. When you join the military, and I'll say the Marine Corps, if you join the Marine Corps, I don't know about any other branches because I didn't join that, but if you join that, you go in someone, you come out a whole different person. I don't know. You could probably ask my family or some of my friends are how I went in and how I came out.
Well, the story with your fiance, came out and everybody's asking you, are you really Spencer?
Shit like that.
Yeah.
It's there's no way you're the same dude. Yep. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I highly recommend it just because, I don't know, it changes your mindset on life. You respect people more, you become a hell of a fucking drinker and shit like that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I could pound cases of beer now.
Yep, exactly. If you could take anything from it, that's it.
Yeah.
I don't know. You get paid to shoot guns as long as you pick the right job.
Yeah.
You meet a whole lot of good dudes from all over the country, and
Definitely an experience you'd recommend for a lot of people, once in a lifetime type of thing.
I would recommend it for everybody.
Yeah.
I'd say, yeah, at least do 4.
Yeah.
Get a feel for it. Maybe enjoying I think the Army does fewer. I think it does like 2 or 3 year enlistments or something like that.
Right.
You know, go for that too. You probably meet a lot of good dudes there too. You know, just because the job sucks doesn't mean you can't make it fun with a whole bunch of buddies.
Exactly. Just like anything else in life. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
if I didn't have Nate here, my job would suck. No, I'm just kidding. I love that.
What
Everybody.
can I say?
Yeah, I mean,
Fuck this job.
Boys, I'm out.
yeah, that's awesome. But no, dude, you have a hell of a story. I appreciate you coming out here and like actually, you know, it was a long drive for you, so I
Oh yeah.
love
Yeah.
it.
Well,
yeah.
I'd love to talk about it.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'll have to get a part 2, and I'll bring the bourbon this time.
Next, not
I'm
this
fucking-
time. Next time, buddy. English. Next time.
Get some drinking in.
Isn't that what I said?
Yeah. Yeah. Can we wait till November 2nd?
November 2nd.
I'm only 20.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, bud! Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Holy shit, bud.
Damn, bud.
I didn't realize I was talking all this drinking with him either.
You got
Bring him in.
We're gonna join the Marine Corps, baby.
I gotta
Have
find
to
out what it's
now.
really
Yeah.
like.
Yeah. No.
That's sweet.
I'll get
Yeah.
some stories spun up for you guys. Let me. You know. I will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put
I'll
on
get
the
'em-
spot.
We get it,
I
yeah.
I'll get them thought up, and you know.
Yeah. Oh, we'll have you back. We got to give you a hoodie. So like, you got to come back. At some
Oh,
point.
for sure, for sure, for sure.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
XL this time.
Yeah.
Large.
Yeah.
You know, in here.
Literally.
Yeah.
Well,
Well-
I'm glad you guys could bring me on,
Yeah.
and I'm
That's
glad
awesome.
I'm gonna have Nate as a brother here.
Fuck
And-
yeah.
Well, now I know you, so now once you turn 21,
There we
then
go.
we can drink together.
Oh my God, that's gonna be a hell of a night. He's coming with. We're going to the bars
Done.
everywhere.
21st November 2nd.
November 2nd.
Where are we going?
Wherever you want.
Vegas.
Out of state,
Done. See
in
ya.
state, wherever you want to go. We're going.
Not too far. Hunting starts not too far after.
Like what, 3 or 4 days after, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because it would always be like my birthday, and then I'd go out and
Yep.
go to grandma's house for soup and come back from hunting. So.
Fuck yeah.
We got to give a. I feel like we have to give a shout out to Michael and Matthew.
Yes, we do.
I gotta play this video.
Oh, you
For
saved
the
it.
boys.
I gotta play this video that he sent us. This is unreal. All right. Here we go, Michael.
Oh shit.
Is that the Spencer Horvath? Yeah. Dang, what a guest to have on the podcast.
I love it. You got some good fellas behind you, man.
Fucking- I love those boys.
Yeah.
Michael and Matthew. Those are my brothers, basically. You know.
They live in
Yeah.
Minnesota?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, they
Oh,
live
yeah.
right in
Oh,
Elk River.
nice.
Oh, Zimmerman, Elk River.
Yeah, same area. That's awesome. I love that. Well, yeah, dude, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You're awesome. Can't wait to hear a part 2 from you. So,
For sure.
Absolutely.
yeah.
And that is it. I was gonna say something else, but fucking.